Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rebel Chump channel. Today we're gonna take a full look at the Vaders Furry. A really awesome, unique saber. So sit back and enjoy the video. And welcome back. So let's take a closer look on this awesome saber. Let's start with the emitter section. Now this saber is definitely a fingerprint magnet because of the powder coating in gun graded metal, which I absolutely love, but there are some smudges on there. Please forgive me for that. So let's start with the blade socket. It's a very deep blade socket, by the way. It's very deep. Now it's a little bit dirty in the inside, but that's from the powder coating. That's something that is stuck inside the hilt, and that will smoothen out with a few times putting in and out the blade. Very deep blade socket, by the way. Dimensions of the hilt will come through this bottom part of the video. Now the color of this saber is Tor orange. It's a really nice fiery orange color. And then we have a windowed emitter section all around. It has three screws, one for the blade, one for the LED, and one for the tactile switch. The tactile switch is very smooth to operate, is right underneath the non-lit AV switch, because I love my non-AV lit switches. I just don't like the light shining off the hilt section. And then we have this mid section. Now apparently this is a separate piece. This is a separate piece, so it can unscrew, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to jeopardize my warranty on this saber. Then we have a very nice choking area, quite shallow but very smooth, especially through the power coating. Then we have these T-strips with gripping strips. These are these gripping strips, I believe, are from the custom saber shop. You can purchase them directly from them if you want to. If, for example, these ones get damaged or lost, because these are glued into the hilt and they have a tendency to undo where the glue just gives out, and basically this starts to peel off, and then you have to just super glue it back. That's just a thing with these strips, but I have to say it feels so nice in the hands. These rubber grips makes it so comfortable to hold the saber. Absolutely fantastic. This is definitely my favorite Vaders combat class saber. In terms of the dimensions and the thickness of the hilt, it's slightly thicker than the Vaders Revan and the Vaders Havoc, but I feel that is slightly better in my personal opinion, because it just feels more comfortable in my hands. Just that extra little bit thickness to it really gives that extra feel for me, that it's just it's something I prefer in terms of the OD. Now this saber comes with a black cover tech wheel that I have opted for. and then we have the pommel, which is and then we have the pommel, which is vented for sound. A really cool design. So it has these longer horizontal slits and the traditional round holes. So it has a nice, like little outlook there. I'll take off the pommel. The pommel is quite interesting. It's a quite long and big pommel. It's more like an Vaders Volt Havoc in terms of the pommel. And then we have the inside of the pommel. So we have a big resonant chamber here for sound venting. The gunk that you see on these threads are to make sure that the threads are well lubricated and don't get stuck. So you don't per se want to get that off, or you want to get it off and redo it with some new like lube that keeps the threads nice and smooth. And then we're gonna take a look inside the hilt. So we got this Delrin chassis here with the new Crystal Shard 4.0 soundboard with a black piece of electric tape. Not sure what it does and why it's there, but it is there nonetheless. It's got the 20mm AV switch, which is very loud, Delrin chassis, and 18615 battery, 3.7 volts. Now it's going, so just a few threads. Do it carefully because I don't want to damage the powder coating, because powder coating can have the tendency to chip at times, and that's just the nature of powder coating. It comes, but this Vaders Volt Fury sounds a little bit softer than my Vaders Volt Raven or Vaders Volt Havoc. It just, the sound is a touch softer. You might not hear it on camera, you might not hear it on this video, but to the ear it feels ever so slightly softer than the Vaders Volt Havoc or Raven. But not really a deal breaker for me, because it's still super loud, don't get me wrong, it's still very, very loud. But I hear a little bit difference in sound. I just hear a little bit difference in sound volume. So overall, so this is a really cool saber. The gun gray metal powder coating finish really suits so well with the saber design. It's quite plain. I didn't opt it for a lot of different options where some of the other pieces of the hilt are in a different types of color of powder coating. I just want to keep it simple, and I want to keep the cost a little bit down, because it can add up quite significantly depending on what kind of powder coating finishes you want. This powder coat finish runs me around I believe $75 US, so that was very affordable, I think. But it feels so good in combination of the hilt design, the AV switch or non-AV switch, the rubber T-grips, and the black CoverTech wheel. I feel this is just a perfect combination. It feels very classy, it feels very futuristic, and I'm just very happy with my choice. I really like it more than the Elite Saber, where it has all these gold accent and mirror finish, mirror polished finish on the hilt itself. I definitely like this more. But if you are seeking for a very good Mace Windu saber, the Vaders Volt Fury is your choice. Then you definitely need to get the Elite Saber. But yeah, I'm very happy with this saber. It's definitely my favorite. So let's weight her up now. So next what we're gonna do is weight up the saber and see how much she weighs. She weighs 312 grams, and that is lighter than I expected. That is definitely lighter than I expected. I did not expect her to be so light. This is the lightest saber that I have owned so far I can remember. I'm quite surprised that this saber is lighter than the Vaders Fold Raven, but a very pleasant surprise, of course. Very, 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 very nice hilt. Now next we're gonna do a size comparison, and then we go to the verdict. Okay, and now we have a size comparison. So we have an Ultra Saber's Dark Sentinel on the far left, then we have a Vaders Fold Raven in the middle, and a Vaders Fold Fury on the far left. Now you can see the Fury is slightly longer than the Raven and also slightly thicker, and that additional thickness, that is something I prefer over the Raven. It just feels a little bit more beefy in the hand, but definitely not as beefy and oversized as the Ultra Sabers, which is a fine saber on its own, of course, but it's just a very different contrast in terms of thickness, hilt length and design. And I have to say, this saber weighs 312 gram. This saber is around 416 gram, so that's at least 100 gram more for just a stun saber. So all these sabers don't have a blade block install, etc. But you can see that in the actual full reviews when I weighed them. Very nice size comparison, and it also shows the difference in sizing for amongst the Vaders Fold. Welcome back, guys. So I hope you liked the full review. This saber is absolutely awesome. It's one of the most affordable combat classes from Vaders Fold, packed full with features, as you know, from Vaders Fold, with the Plector Labs Crystal Shard version 4 and whatnot. It's a really close remnants of the Mace Windu lightsaber from the prequel series of the movies of Star Wars, I should say. And this one is a little bit more unique. It has the gun gray metal finish, and I absolutely am ecstatic with this hilt. It feels really nice to the hand. The gripping section, because of these T-grips, really lends itself to a lot of grippy area, and it feels really nice in the hand because it enlarges the OD of the hilt quite a bit, and I personally really prefer that. The overall length is a little bit longer than your average hilt, but I really enjoy that. It looks really slick, and it looks like it's been a hilt that comes directly out of the prequel movie series, so I'm really ecstatic with it. And I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the video. We have weekly custom saber reviews every Saturday, so don't miss out. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. And as always, stay scummy.